Hi Scorpio, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol. And Scorpio, this is going to be a general reading for October 2024. And so Scorpio, in today's reading, we're going to be doing healing yourself. And the reading that I'm going to do today is really influenced by a woman by the name of Ina Segal. And that name came to me when I purchased a book that she wrote. And in 2020, I had some significant distance healing done by a healer in Australia. And during my sessions with her, when she would clear out my chakras and she would refer to different parts of my body that were telling me, trying to communicate to me what was going on with my body and what I needed to heal. And so when she read from that book, it was fascinating. And I said, what are you reading from? And so she pointed out this book that she purchased, and it's called The Secret Language of Your Body. And that's where I was introduced to this woman here. So she's actually a best-selling author, and she's really, she's an intuitive healing coach. I don't know the woman personally, but what kind of intrigued me was I found out that just recently she put out a deck of cards, oracle cards, really, that were called Heal Yourself reading cards. And there's 36 of them. And I thought, this just might be perfect for my channel since it is a healing channel. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull out one of her cards for you as a theme for this reading right here. And then we're going to look at what situation, problem, pattern you're dealing with right now. And that's going to be really focusing on this theme as well. So we're going to tie that in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at, well, what's coming up from your shadow for healing? And so we're going to do some shadow work in part 2. And if you're not familiar with shadow or shadow work, I've left a really good video for you in my description box below called My Powerful 4-Step Guide to Healing. And it's all about facing your own shadow. And it's a video that I did on my other channel called Carol Cares, Carol with an E. And on that channel, I have a lot of videos on there to help you along your healing journey. And that's where that video is going to be. And I'll also recommend some videos for you at the end from that channel that are specific to what you need to work on in this reading. So what's in your shadow will have the most impact is really what's impacting the situation you're sitting with right now. And then once we've determined that, we're going to look at some guidance from the tarot as to how you can start to begin to heal this. This is a journey. It's a process. I'm not here to give you the miracle drug. I'll tell you that some lover's going to come for you because that's not that's not what this journey is about. It's the healing journey that all of us are on, whether or not we know we are. So there's something for you. So we're going to begin with pulling your card for you, and then we'll go from there. And I do want to say to you that I am doing personal readings, so I'll leave that link for you if you're interested in that. There are about 6 different readings you can choose from on my website, carolcares.com, and you can go, this will take you to the Yellow Cardinal page on that website, and all my readings are on there that you can choose from. So that's in my description box in my comment section, that link. So let's start off with Scorpio's theme for today. So let's have one card here. Where do they need to heal? What area do they need to look at? What area? What's coming up here for them to heal? Just one card. It's always exciting to see which card is going to come out for you. And usually it comes out a lot easier. But it's not talking to me right now. Oh, here we go. All right, so we're dealing with number 13, rejection. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read that for you. And I'll keep the main quote that she talks about in her book. It'll be up on the screen for you. Rejection. Use rejection to grow, expand, and build yourself. Feeling rejected can disconnect you from your heart and soul and immobilize you. Rather than buying into rejection, focus on how you can grow, learn, and improve from your experiences. If you are a writer and you send your articles or a book to a publisher and they have rejected it, then try to hone your writing skills and then send your work out to several other publishers. Use that rejection as a motivating force to succeed. If a person that you have feelings for or felt a deep love towards has rejected you, then work on healing your heart and recognizing that there is someone out there who is more suited to you. Many people use rejection as an excuse to close down, become suspicious, guarded, and give up. Then they hurt and reject others. They hide behind rejection and never give themselves an opportunity to take a leap of faith and find their life calling and heal. By picking this card, you are being urged to hold yourself in a higher regard. Keep your heart open and trust that you have learned from your experiences and will not make the same mistakes again. What a beautiful card to sum up rejection and how it can, really wreak havoc in your life sometimes. And then it's just a card about turning things around. So we're going to see right now how that's coming up for you this month, Scorpio. So I'm going to use the Tarot Galilux right here. And I'm going to pick 3 cards from that, and I'll clarify it with the Tarot of the Abyss. And then at the end, I'll pull a Spirit Animal Oracle card for you to end things off. So let's begin right now, and I've pre-shuffled all these cards. So we're going to begin by finding out what situation, problem, pattern that you're dealing with, Scorpio, right now that, that has to do with this rejection theme that we're looking at. So, wow, it really wanted to pull out these cards right here for you already. You have the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Wands in reverse and the Moon card in reverse. Now, I normally don't take 3 because I have to clarify these, but this is what it's wanting me to do. So what's coming up from your shadow to heal? 1 card, please. What's coming up for Scorpio's shadow to heal? You have the Magician in reverse. Magician in reverse. And what pattern advice, what advice from the tarot? I want advice from the tarot here. Card for advice. 1 card, please. Getting confused as to where I am. Let's take 1 card for advice. Oh, you have the Fool card and the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Coins. That's interesting because that came out in another reading, these 2 cards together. I think the 7 was in reverse, but that's incredible. That's when that comes out, these 2 cards. And I've seen them before. So, I like when the Fool comes out. Don't always see the Fool. But when we do, we need to pay attention. Okay, so let's pull some cards from the Tarot of the Abyss. So can I have some clarification for the 7? Oh, I said 7 of Swords maybe earlier. Sorry, it's the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, it's important. 2 of Wands in reverse, and the Moon card. Maybe 1 or 2 cards here since, I do have already a few cards on the table. Let's see what it gives me. What do you want to give me to clarify these 3 cards? Okay. And so to clarify, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands in reverse. The Magician card. Let's clarify that with 2 or 3 cards here. And one more. Oh. Yeah. That's my pain of thinking, oh, I got too many cards here. So I think I'm going to put these back and put these here. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the Magician to clarify the Magician. 2 of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So some cups. 1, 2, 3 cup cards. 3 cup cards in your shadow. Advice from the tarot. I think that one came out first. And we're going to do one more here. All right, that's the one that wanted to come out. So you have the 7 of Wands for the advice from the tarot, for clarifying the Hermit, and the Lover's card. All right, so something you get. A little cheat sheet for what your theme is here. So rejection, use rejection to grow, expand, and build. So I want to really look at how this rejection thing is really, this rejection theme is immobilizing you from growing or healing. And there was a part of that talked about how, you know, that's what some people do, is that we can internalize that rejection, and rather than heal it and use it for something to grow and expand and heal. So I want to talk about also your overriding energy for this reading. In January 2024, I did a yearly reading for you, and they're in the description box if you're interested in that. I pulled out 12 cards, and your card for October was the Ace of Wands. So that's kind of an overriding energy. We have our theme here of rejection, and we have this overriding energy of the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is like a gift from the universe of a new direction that it wants to take you in. And I'm saying that, you know, because you have this theme, it almost sounds like the universe is kind of taking you, wants to take that rejection, and it wants to take you into a new path, a new direction, new purposeful path. And that's what the wands are about, taking us into that purposeful direction that we're all meant to go into, right? Sometimes we need a little bit of a push, which is what this Fool card is right here. It's like the push from the universe, as we're going in this direction right now. So let's start off by seeing what situation, problem, pattern you're dealing with right now. We are sitting in an Eight of Swords, and we're going to talk about the clarifiers of these two right here. These two cards will be clarifying this particular card here. So the Eight of Swords talks about obviously someone that's just feeling all tied up. And it's not a physical tied up, because she can get away from where she is right now. But it's this being tied up in your head with your belief systems, and very much, I mean, it looks like a person that is in some pain. And when we have these beliefs about ourselves, I mean, when we have our minds spinning and telling us all kinds of things, and when we're sitting in our pain and feeling all tied up, where we're tied up is in our head. Swords is about mental energy. It's something that we can move away from if we can get back into our body, because we're up in our heads with this Eight of Swords, mental energy, feeling like you are trapped. And I know the feeling, and I know it feels real, and I'm sitting here telling you that, you know, you can get out of this, And believe me, when I'm sitting in that place where I feel like I can't, and if I have somebody telling me you can get out of this, I would be quite angry. Maybe you're sitting with some anger, but I know you're sitting in some place right now where you're in October where you're feeling like you can't get out of this, and you're up in your head, feeling this pain of feeling trapped here. And there's something, here's the Two of Wands right behind it. I mean, you're wanting to do something. There's this nudge, because the two is just the beginning of the wands. And we talked about, you have the Ace of Wands here as your overriding energy of, being pushed in a different direction here, a new direction maybe for you, because you're feeling all tied up, but it's in reverse here. And so it's like, it's not even, you can't even see this new direction. You're not even willing to look at it. You're so much up in your head that there's this new direction coming in for you, wanting to come in. The universe is wanting to nudge you into, and it is nudging you actually into this new direction for yourself, but you're just not seeing it. And the next clarification here is the Moon card in reverse, another card. I'm not surprised that these two cards are both in reverse behind this Eight of Swords, like I said, because when we're up in our head, we don't see anything else but this pain. Like we've put this blindfold on, and I just can't see anything, and I don't want to see anything because this pain just fucking sucks, is what it's kind of saying, right? And then this Moon card comes out and it's saying, well, I'm feeling your pain right now. And the Moon card comes out and it says, there's some things here that you need to know. There's some things here that are hidden. And that's what the Moon card is all about. When that Moon card comes out and these crayfish, this lobster, whatever it is that comes out here, and these wolves are howling at the moon. It's almost like a call for you to look, there's something out there for you. There's things that are hidden that you're not aware of, but you got to take that blindfold off. And it's time here. There's this direction that the universe says that we're going in this direction. So let's look at the clarifiers here. Your Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is that wheel of life that turns. Shit happens, things happen, we get rejected, right? By whatever it means, by a partner, by, like it talked about, publishing a book, and there's just this rejection that's coming up for you. And the Wheel of Fortune says, stuff happens, and sometimes it gets stuck, and it's in reverse here, and it gets stuck because we get stuck on this. It's happened again, right? And we get stuck on that painful feeling of being rejected once again. And Nine of Pentacles is right behind it here. And I love this portrayal of the Nine of Pentacles. And you have this older woman that's just, very present to her situation. And this card speaks of abundance, but abundance can come in so many different ways. To her, the simplicity of this beautiful bird sitting in her hand is just amazing, right? It's this wild bird that's come to visit her every day. And she just has these beautiful flowers in front of her. And that's her simple existence. And she's very present to it. And so this card speaks about, wanting you to come back to you and become present again. Because when we are in this situation right here, we're not present to ourselves at all. When we are up in our head and feeling so stuck, we are not present to ourselves at all. And our ego self tends to keep us up there in our head, because the body is a dangerous place to go to, right? Because we might have to feel these emotions that we don't want to feel. And then the last card is this Five of Wands here. Tells me a little bit about what this pain is right here. This Five of Wands talks about these birds that have come in here, and they both have this. They're both collecting these sticks to start to make a nest, and they're looking at each other, going, "I look at my stick. Look at I found this one, and look at it's bigger. It's the one that we're going to use to make this nest." And the other bird's saying, "Well, no, this is the one we're going to use." So it comes here where they have this battle of these egos, right? Of battling who's got the better stick. And so this is really a card of feeling less than, feeling unworthy, and you start to compare yourself to other people. And this is what you need to look at. This is where you're sitting here, where you have this unworthiness that's coming up. It's sitting right here. This unworthiness that and it's not something you want to look at. Just feeling really, really unworthy. And that's how you're kind of immobilized, and it's keeping you stuck up in your head. And so where is this coming from? I want to know where this unworthiness is coming from and why it's keeping you stuck, and why you feel like you can't move into this new direction right here that the universe wants to offer you. I mean, it's nudging you. It's nudging here with the Two of Wands. It wants to take you into this, but you're quite stuck. And so we need to go to your shadow. We need to figure out, well, what is it from your childhood? What is it from your adolescence that happened that you need to go back and you need to heal and look at in order for you to take this new direction and to go into this new direction that the Fool card here wants you. The universe wants you. That's where it wants to take you into this new direction for your healing here. So in your shadow, you start off with the Magician card. Beautiful card to start off with. It's in reverse here. And the Magician is the number one of the major arcana. It is the master manifester. It can manifest anything, anything. And so I'm coming to you and I'm saying, well, you can manifest anything you want. I mean, to a certain degree we can, but the thing is here, when we manifest, and I don't think people realize this, when things come into our space, when people come into our space, it's because there are parts of us that pull these people in. The universe pulls these people in for you because you have lessons to learn from these people. And this particular card right here is saying you have everything in you. You have all the answers here for you to deal with what you're going through right now. They're all here. They're sitting in your body, waiting for you to discover. Here it is right here. And when I started my own healing journey, intensive healing journey 7.5 years ago, I just wanted to heal. I knew there was something wrong with me. I didn't know what, couldn't remember anything about my childhood, but I knew there was something wrong with me. And when I started my journey, when I finally found the right therapist after looking for years and years, and I found the right trauma coach that was going to help me with, deal with this complex trauma that I didn't know I had, she told me at the beginning, she said, because I wanted direction from her, and I can see you're wanting probably some direction here. And she told me something that I didn't want to hear. It wasn't the first time. And she said, Carol, you have all the answers in you, in your body. You just got to get in. You just got to get back into your body. I'm like, just give me the damn answer. I want the answer. I want you to tell me what to do about certain things in my life and issues. And it was like, no, she wanted me to get back into my body and start to get in touch with my intuition, And so this is what's going on here. You're all your answers are in you, all of them, to this whatever you're feeling right now, this pain. And then you have the Magician being clarified by the Magician, and I think that's just like, this is the powerful message here. I can read these 3 cards right here, but this is the powerful message for you. You need to realize that you can deal with this pain that you're sitting with. If it's rejection, if it's something that you're stuck on and you can't move on, you have the answers in you, but it's in your body and you have to get in there. And then the Two of Cups comes in here in reverse. So this is going to explain here what's in your shadow. So this Two of Cups in reverse talks about, it's the beginning number of 2. And here's your 3 cups here. And cups are all about emotions. And that's why you don't want to go into your body. And that's why you don't want to go into your body, because you don't want to feel what's sitting in your shadow, which are 3 cups, which are your emotions. you're all up in your head, you're stuck up there, and your ego self will keep you up there because it thinks that's where it's safe to be, in your head, not where your emotions are. Your Two of Cups here talks about this intimate relationship between two people, becoming vulnerable, becoming naked, becoming one. It's an intimate relationship, but not with someone else, with yourself. Here's the beginning of you, this relationship with yourself. And it's in reverse here. And so it was very much when you were younger, very much something that was blocked, repressed, discouraged. I'm going to say discouraged from forming that beautiful relationship of finding out who you were. And right behind it is the Knight of Cups. There's this big part of you. This big part of you right here. The knights in my deck are what I call my freedom fighters. And they're the part of us. It's an adolescent part of us, and everybody has it. Think about it. Who doesn't want to be free? Who doesn't want to be free to be themselves? This is what the knights want. They fight your whole entire life. This part of you has been fighting your entire life to be free. Knight of Cups, to be free to have authentic relationships. And you can just see the water here that's wanting to come over the sides. Anything to do with water is our emotions, right? It's just wanting so much to come in and wants you to come and feel. It wants to be able to have authenticity, authentic relationships. And the Two of Cups speaks about that as well, of wanting to get intimate with you, getting to know who you are, because you're just so not in your body. You're so much in your head right now. And then you have this Eight of Cups card here. Eight of Cups talks about walking away. And it's not walking away from our emotions. It's walking away to deal with our emotions. And so because it's sitting in your shadow, I'm seeing here that somebody abandoned you when you were younger. Somebody walked away from you. And here's where the rejection comes in. This is a rejection card. When this Eight of Cups sits in your shadow, it tells me that there's some rejection here coming in. And you need to look at that. How were you abandoned or rejected when you were younger? And because of that, you weren't able to form that sense of that intimate relationship with yourself because someone abandoned you and rejected you when you were younger. And that comes from our caregivers, comes from other adults in our life. And that's what you need to look at. And that, because what's going to happen with these two Magician cards here, you have all the answers in you, which is true. But what happens is you're going to continue to call in, almost like manifest these people in your life that are toxic, that are going to keep on rejecting you in one way or another because they are repeating that pattern that you have sitting here right in your shadow that you have from when you were younger. And until you go back and you heal this rejection here of your, somebody that meant a lot to you when you were younger, who has rejected you, has walked away from you, prevented you from forming these authentic relationships. And that's why you have this freedom part of you, this part of you that keeps wants these authentic relationships. I mean, who doesn't want authentic relationships? But it's not going to be possible until you heal this part of you right here. So what is the universe, what's the advice from the tarot here? So, to begin to heal this, remember it's a journey here. So, and how can you get out of this? Because I see that this is what's really immobilizing you. It's stopping you from continuing your healing journey. Well, you have the Fool and then you have the Seven of Pentacles right behind it. And the Fool card is a beautiful card. It's like, it's time for you to take on this fool's innocence, this innocence of a child. And this Fool card, when it comes up, it's like it's all about trusting. It's all about trusting that, if I decide, if I decide to heal this part of me in my shadow that really needs healing here, rather than becoming immobilized and holding on to that pain. Well, there's a real big release that needs to take place here, and that's what these cups are in your shadow here that need to be released. And you have to almost trust that the universe is going to take you where you need to go. Because what's clarifying this trust here, this jump of faith that the universe is asking you to have, is the Seven of Coins. And I think there's a big part of you, and this is what the Seven of Coins talks about. There's a big part of you that is kind of thrown in the towel. And it says, I guess this is it. I'm always going to be rejected. All these damn relationships, all these people that have come into my life have rejected me. And so I'm like, and maybe you've sworn off of, sometimes what can happen is we've sworn off of relationships. It's like, I've given up. I don't want anybody in my life anymore. And it could be relationships, could be intimate. It could be, just friends, it could be colleagues, just people in general, where they just, you kind of seeing this rejection theme coming into your life. And it's like, I guess this is it. I guess I'm doomed. I guess this is what's going to be. And it's not. The universe is saying, there's another chance here. It's not everything. It's not the end. This is not the end. And so you need to heal this rejection part of you. And then the Seven of Wands that comes in. The Seven of Wands card comes in and it talks about this individual that's very, very alone. This journey, this healing journey that you're being asked to kind of go on here, it's a journey that only you can take. I know that a lot of times on this journey, we want someone to hang on to. We want a partner. We want someone. Sometimes we want to save that person when really that person that we're trying to save is us. We need to save us. And it's a lonely journey. Only you can save you, right? There's no one else out there that's going to be a savior for you. Sometimes we want to save people, and we also want someone to come in and save us. And so we'll want these saviors, these people, but it's a journey that you take by yourself. All these people down here, they're wanting you to stay stuck where you are. Maybe they're not supporting you. Maybe they're not validating you. And sometimes that's what happens. We need to let go some people on this journey, but it really is a journey that we have to take on our own. We have to take it on our own. I know how painful this is, because I myself wanted somebody for so long to come in and save me. And until I realized that there was nobody coming, and believe me, when I started this journey 7.5 years ago, and my therapist told me that this person wasn't coming for you, Carol, I hated her. I hated what she said to me. I wanted to quit. It was so painful because I wanted somebody to come and save me. I wanted that knight in shining armor to come and save me, and there wasn't anybody that was going to come and save me. And I had to accept that in order to move on and to be able to take my life into the direction I'm meant to go into. And you have the Hermit card here, because the Hermit talks about, it's the card about going inwards. It's the card about getting back into your body. It's the card about doing that inner work that needs to be done. And the universe is presenting this to you and saying, this is time. It is time for you to put yourself first. Yes, it's a lonely journey, and it's a journey you take alone. But it's time now to go inward, Scorpio. And this Lover's card comes out as the last card to remind you of these two. Look at these two trees right here. They've become one. And they're very, very vulnerable with each other, very naked. Usually they're the lovers and they're naked. But there's two trees are intertwined. You can't separate them. And so I'm not here to tell you that. And I just finished giving you a spiel about there's not going to be a lover coming in here for you, or somebody significant that's going to come in and save you. But this talks about the two parts of ourself, the masculine side of us and the feminine side of us. Most of us live in our head, which is the masculine side. This is where you are right now with this Eight of Swords. There's another side to you that's hidden. It is the feminine side of you. It's the side of your emotions. It's the side of the Hermit card, the stillness, becoming still. It's the card of getting back into your body. It's the feminine energy of getting back into your body and of starting to feel this rejection, this Eight of Cups here, the person that walked away from you, this rejection you felt when you were young, made you feel unworthy, right? The Five of Wands here, you're sitting in your unworthiness right here because somebody made you feel unworthy when you were younger. And so, Scorpio, I'm going to leave you with a playlist on how to ground yourself, how to ground your mind, how to ground your body. I bring you in my backyard and I teach you how to do these things because it is the #1 tool that I use besides journaling. And I think because you have a lot of emotions here that are going to start to, that you need to talk about, you need to write about, I'm going to leave you with a playlist on journaling and how I journal as well from these emotions. Because when you start to ground yourself, there's going to be emotions that are going to come up. And that's what you're sitting in your head for, because you don't want to go there. So Scorpio, it's really time to get back into your body, right? You're on a new path here. You're ready to turn that corner. It's time to turn the corner. And it's time to deal with some of this rejection that has been really immobilizing you and preventing you from healing and going into the direction you need to go into. And so I'm going to pull a final spirit card for spirit animal card for you, for Scorpio. Final message here. I promise you it will come out. It usually does by now. It's being stubborn. I will probably cut this part out. All this shuffling again. Okay, here we go. The wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. 67. Wolf spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secrets of your life. Can you sense her beckoning you to follow, asking you to take all you have learned and all you are learning and make it yours? Can you integrate it all into your body, mind, and spirit? Whatever lessons you learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined. Be loyal to your dreams, to your soul, and to turning knowledge into wisdom and experience into magic. You're the one you have been waiting for. I like that. You are the one you have been waiting for. I'm going to call this, that's going to be your title. You're the one you've been waiting for. We talked about right here about this, this savior, about, wanting a savior to come in for you, waiting for that savior, and then having these people coming into your life that are rejecting you, when all along, you are the one you have been waiting for. Be still and know that the sound of your heart beats in harmony with the whole world. The appearance of wolf spirit is an auspicious omen that says you are truly in alignment with your destiny. So, wow. I mean, here's the alignment card, this Ace of Wands right here, where definitely this is a new direction for you. Wow, what a reading for you. So Scorpio, I want you to have compassion for yourself for what you're working through. This is definitely the most difficult journey of your life, but it's the most important one. So I will talk to you in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye.